All right, well, we are here at Goodwill today, and we are about to head in and see what we can find that we can flip for a profit. And no, it is not senior day, so hopefully it's not super crowded. We're just gonna have a relaxing, peaceful trip to the Goodwill. Here we go. All right, so the Goodwill is super packed. We're gonna start with the baskets, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to do a voiceover because, as you guys know, this Goodwill has very loud music. So bear with me, here we go. So I start out here in the baskets. Every time I come to this Goodwill, nothing is really catching my eye here. Usually I'm looking for older baskets or fun-shaped baskets or just baskets that seem to have good quality, and there just wasn't a whole lot there to select from in the basket section. So I moved on over into the blue section and I spot this baggie right here. Now there are some Wade Whimsies in here and they sell pretty well. There are rare Wade Whimsies, but I have never found one. I feel like they're almost impossible to find. We've got a little Amish doll here. They don't typically have faces. There were a few vases here. They just kind of looked like Italian pottery, but they had modern stickers on the bottom, and I think they were probably made in China. Got some graduated mixing bowls here. Unfortunately, the outer one does have a giant chip out of the edge. So I spotted this art pottery planter vase right here. I really liked the texture on it. It was $2.99. It was signed on the bottom, but I couldn't really make it out, so I decided to leave that behind. This is just a satin glass piece with grapes on it. There's not a whole lot of resale value there, so I left that behind. Unfortunately, one of the little unicorns was missing a horn on the little trinket box. Up here, this turtle is so cool. It is made of stone and it's got the abalone on the shell, which is just really cool. So it's actually got some weight to it because it's made of stone. But I just thought he was the cutest thing and I loved the bright colors. And so even for $3.99, I would take it. Got some shower curtain holders. Good thing Andrew wasn't here because I see recorders. We've got a bunny. I just liked the whimsical look of that. A couple more figurines. They were resin. On the bottom here, I liked the hand painting on this and I turned it over and it was Franciscan. This was interesting because it was signed on the back by an artist in Lidditz. I liked it, but because it had a date on it, I just didn't think I could do much with it. This thing is so weird and pretty creepy, just my personal taste. With the hands are just like scary hands, like hands from nightmares. I don't know. I just thought, like, look at those glass eyes. This is quite the piece. I decided to take it with me. I'm loving those glass eyes. They're staring at me, into my soul. Up here, there's a couple things on the shelf that I spot. First of all, are these coasters with the butterflies in them. I do pretty well with butterfly things, and so I saw these coasters and I thought, you know what, I think I could do pretty well with those. Fortunately, this little moose has his antler. I didn't understand why his antlers in his hand. Then back up here, we've got this, which kind of has an esgraffito. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. This unfortunately does have a chip there. I liked the looks of that figurine. It looked like it had some quality about it. That was interesting. A little cherub playing a saxophone. I don't know. This was interesting. Probably 1980s, I was thinking. I just could see that neck breaking in shipping, and so I decided to leave that. I liked that. It was a Chinese food takeout box. That was interesting, but not interesting enough. That plate, I feel like I've looked at it before and passed on it before. We've got a a domed butter dish here. It was $6.99, and so I didn't think that I could pay $6.99 for the domed butter dish. Got some artwork down here, some Asian themed artwork. I did like the artwork, but I passed on that. Now, I found this interesting. I liked this. I'm not sure how old it is. I don't know if it's modern, but I did like the white and blue. I thought that was nice. Little piece of stangle there. Now I spotted this really fun and colorful purse. You guys know I don't know much about purses. It had a name on it, Tyler or something. Um, I just really liked the colors, Tyler Rodan. And the inside was silk, so I decided that I would get the colorful purse. Got a pair of bookends here. I think the wood just needs a little bit of a polish because it is a little scratched, but I liked the shape of those, so I decided to grab those. This picnic basket was really cool, and someone else did end up grabbing it, but I mean, there's not much I could have done with it, but it was really neat. Of course, I had to check out the owl cutting board. It is marked on the bottom, Global Market. The horse was cute. I liked this little piece. It was a cat. It had a mark on the, or a sticker on the bottom. I liked this piece as well, but this was just a hobbyist painted piece. There's that vase still that has the giant crack on it. I liked the calla lilies on this vase, but unfortunately it was damaged. That kind of reminded me of trench art, but it was not trench art. And here we've got a vase, and I like the lines of it. I almost wonder if somebody added the paint after the fact, but the lines of the vase I like, so I decided to put that in my cart. I thought that this was adorable. There are no markings on it at all. It's got a little clip on it. I don't know if you would just put a picture on it or what, but I liked that. I also had to check this out. I even reached through to check that out. But I liked this. This little figurine was unfortunately missing a friend, it looked like. That was different. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I like the little puffin, but I don't think he has a very high resale value. She was interesting, but there was no markings on the back, and the bottom had a made in China sticker. This was a tile. It looked better from far away than it did up close. Of course, I spotted this, and it has Hager on the bottom of it. It is $3.99. It's just a nice little planter, and of course, I have to take it with me. Occasionally, I will pick up these silver pieces right here. They don't have a very high resale value, and so on this particular shopping trip, I made the decision not to take it with me. Those were just little plastic Easter plates. So I decided to check out the artwork, and I spot this. This is nail art. I come across it quite a lot. This one's a lot heavier than most, and it actually has a little planter down at the bottom, which I've never seen before. And so because it has a little planter, I decided that I would give it a shot. And the back has sticker that explains what it is, and it was $9.99, which I felt was a little high, but I decided to go for it just because it was unique compared to a lot of the others I've seen. I like these two little country scenes. It looks like somebody ripped open the back looking for cash or something, but there were two of them. One had a few chips on the paint, which was a shame. Neither was signed, but they were $1.99 each. And I just liked the country autumn scene. That was very interesting. It appeared to be plaster. Now I'm going to move it so I can see what's behind it. I do like this print. At least I thought it was a print. I'm not sure. It could have actually been an original. So now we're into the clear glass section, the mugs, the plates, and all of that. I always look through here, but I don't always find treasures. And again, there's just really not a whole lot there. Now I did find this on the other side of the shelf, and this is a teapot. It's got a little chip there on the spout, but it really wasn't that bad. and it was a vintage teapot, and I decided that I would grab that. This was an interesting shape. I really liked the shape of this, but there was no markings on it anywhere. It was very heavy. It was just, I didn't know. And I really went back and forth about it, but eventually I ended up putting it back up on the shelf. This piece was clearly crystal. It was very heavyweight. It was very nice. No marks though. And then I spotted this little guy. It's just a little ashtray, and it is marked Minnesota. And sure enough, can't get the camera to focus. Oh, it's Montana. It's marked Montana, not Minnesota. But it is like a little ashtray, which I thought was neat. Now on my way back through the artwork here, I do spot this. And I missed it the first time, but I definitely caught it the second time. It is signed, and it is Alice in Dollyland. It's pretty neat. It's just very crazy and everything's happening, and I like it. I took it with me. Here we've got a lusterware teapot. Unfortunately, the sugar in the set did not have a lid, and so because it did not have a lid, I decided to leave that behind. And it was $6.99. I liked these beads. I thought they would look cute on our Christmas tree, but I'm just not ready for Christmas yet. All right, so I feel like that was a pretty good trip to the Goodwill. I'm really excited about that Alice in Dollyland. I did happen to look it up, and I'm sure I mentioned it in the voiceover because I have to do voiceovers here at this Goodwill. But that's a really exciting piece. We got some other good pieces. I like those little farm scenes. I feel like they were done pretty well. My only concern was that one had some chips on it, but they were a pair and I couldn't leave the other one behind. We got some good stuff today. We got a lot of artwork, which is weird, and I have to buckle down. I have to list the artwork. And that nail piece, I come across those a lot. Those are craft pieces, I know. But the tag on the back really interests me, and I never actually seen one with a little planter-like thing, so I found that very interesting, so I was willing to pay up for that. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I've got a few more videos to film today, but I hope you guys enjoyed that trip, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Later. Oh wait, I almost forgot to mention, our total spend was $71. It was $71, which I felt was like, wow. I didn't feel like I got that much stuff. But the more I think about it, like, we had items that were $9.99, we had items that were $6.99. So it really added up. And it added up to $71. So I think we're gonna be fine making our money back, no doubt. The Alice in Dollyland is worth about $40. At least that's what it sold for the last time, and I didn't see what the date was on that. I just looked it up on WorthPoint. So we're gonna do all right. We're gonna do well. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.